Good morning, boys and girls. It is time for some foundations, and we're going to start some new cool things today. But before we start the new things, we're going to do some review. Say CH, chin, ch. Do it with me. CH, chin, ch. I, itch, I. I, itch, I. TH, thumb, TH, thumb, H hat, H hat, CK sock, CK sock, U up, U up, SH ship, SH ship, X fox, X fox, O octopus, O octopus, R rat, R rat, A apple, A apple, WH whistle, WH whistle, E add, E add, K kite, K kite. All right, and this is the new stuff I was telling you about. We are going to be learning about bonus letters. Add an extra F, L, or S when it follows a short vowel at the end of a word. We put a star on the bonus letter to show that it's that extra letter. If you take a look at the first word here, M-E-S-S. M-S. Let's tap it. M-S. Mess. Let's take a look at this next one. O-F-F. Off. Off. Now take a look at this next one. We have a CH at the beginning, so we have ch, I-ll, chill. And our last one with the bonus letter here, we have an extra S, t-os, toss. And we make that marking with that star to show that it is a bonus letter. So when it is that short vowel, that CVC word, we add that extra consonant at the end. Do not add an extra S at the end of these two words, yes and bus. There's always these crazy exceptions to the rules. These are two of them. We don't do Y-E-S-S. It's just Y-E-S. For bus, it's B-U-S. Yes and bus. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're going to do some building here. And there's our bonus letter. S, is, miss. Okay. For fill, f-I-ll, fill. And you notice there's that star for the bonus letter. Let's try the next one. L-A-sh, lash. Now that doesn't have a star, that has a line. Why is there a line under the SH? I heard you tell me it makes one sound. It's a digraph, right? Next one is cuff. Talking about my cuff right here, right? Around my wrist, cuff. Kiss, kiss. Again, we have a bonus letter, K-I-S-S, kiss. All right, let's tap this one. Pick, pick. And remember, when I have that k at the end of the sentence, it is C-K, P-I-C-K. marking that bonus letter, put a star by the second letter, by the second L, by the second F, L or S. Say all, ball, puff, puff, ol, fill, is, kiss. All right, friends. And when I see you for small groups today, we're going to talk about this and we're going to keep talking about those digraphs. All right. And for reading, we are still talking about being that word detective. Okay. And the first part that we talked about those snap words, word detectives. We know that we use those small snap words that we know all the time very quickly. Those trick words, we should use those all the time. Another way to use snap words is when I'm reading, I think about what makes sense in what I just read and it snaps in my mind. Okay, the first example was using those words you know all the time, like a snap. The second example is letting those words snap into your brain. I read the other words around those words and I see what fits. The new story that I'm going to read to you today for our unit about gingerbread stories or chase stories is called The Gingerbread Cowboy. And in The Gingerbread Cowboy, the rancher's wife makes some biscuits and the gingerbread cowboy runs away. And as he runs away, he says, giddy up, as fast as you can. You now catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. What would fit in there? It looks a lot like can, but it's not can. And it's got a t at the end. Giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I know some of you got it just like that, right? It snapped in there because you thought about what would fit in that sentence. He jumped over a horned lizard, gobbling up ants, and raced away as fast as his could carry him. It's just like a puzzle. Let's see, what would fit in there? He jumped over a horned lizard, gobbling up ants, and raced away as fast as his could carry him. What would the gingerbread cowboy wear? Some mystery here. Can we solve it? I know you already said it, some of you, before I even uncovered and showed you the B, right? As fast as his boots could carry him. So our two ideas of how that you being a word detective, how you're using the snap words. In the first example that we talked about before break, we said you read words that you know in a snap. Those trick words, you should be reading those lickety split. Now, the other example that we talked about today, read words you know and then think, what would make sense in there? Put those puzzle pieces together, right? All right, friends. Well, today, as you are reading, I want you to try to use those strategies. You are going to be reading for social studies today. You can use those strategies. And as the week goes on, we want to use these strategies as we're reading. And I'm going to use them as I read right now to you. All right, so here's our story. The Gingerbread Cowboy. Once upon a time in the wild, wild west, there lived a rancher and his wife. Every morning, just as the sun was coming up, the rancher saddled up his horses and fed the cattle while his wife baked biscuits. Biscuits with butter, biscuits with honey, biscuits with jelly. Yes, those breakfast biscuits were plump as pillows, soft as clouds, and tasty as a big Texas barbecue. So right away, we see our setting is a little different. Our setting here is, you got it, the Wild Wild West. And we don't have an old lady and old man. We have a rancher and a rancher's wife. Then one day, just as the sun was coming up, the rancher's wife decided she was tired of making biscuits. She measured and mixed, and she made a gingerbread dough. She rolled that dough flat out and cut the shape of a boy. But not just any boy. He had boots on his feet. He had a hat on his head, and he had a big belt buckle made of spun sugar. He was a gingerbread cowboy. She took raisins and candies and nuts and gave him 2 bright eyes and a laughing mouth and a cowboy vest with fringe. And she put him in the oven to bake. I sure am hungry for biscuits, said the rancher, leaning over and sniffing the rodeo romping good smell coming out of that oven. He opened the door to take a peek. As quick as a flick of a cow pony's tail, out jumped the gingerbread cowboy. And he ran out the door as fast as his boots could carry him. Whoa, shouted the rancher. Come back, cried his wife. But the gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. He jumped over a horned lizard, gobbling up ants, raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Forgot my bookmark was in there. Until he came to a roadrunner. I was about to have a lizard for breakfast, said the roadrunner, but I think I'll eat you instead. The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. He wriggled through the coral fence and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Until he came to a band of javelinas munching on cactus pads. Gingerbread, they shouted. Yee-haw! The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. He galloped past a big prickly cactus and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Until he came to a herd of long-horned cattle grazing in the field. No more grass for us, they all cried. We want gingerbread. But the gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. He ducked between their legs and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Until he met some hungry cowboys riding on the range. The cowboys yelled, Stampede! They wanted gingerbread too. The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. He turned down the canyon and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. We're going to talk about these characters at Group Friends. Until he met a coyote napping in the sun. Now the gingerbread cowboy was feeling mighty pleased with himself. I've run away from the rancher and his wife, the roadrunner, the javelinas, the longhorn cattle, and the cowboys, he bragged. And I can run away from you too. The coyote smiled. I don't want to chase you, he said, but I can hear those folks are coming fast, and there's a river just ahead. Hop onto my tail, and I'll take you across. I can't let them catch me now, cried the gingerbread cowboy, so he hopped on to the coyote's tail. The coyote splashed into the river and began to swim. It rained last night and the river is deep. You better get on my back, said the coyote. So the gingerbread cowboy climbed down to the coyote's back. By now, the cowboys, the longhorns, the javelinas, the roadrunner, the rancher, and his wife had arrived at the edge of the river. The rancher's wife took her lariat, swung a loop towards the gingerbread cowboy. Quick, stand on my nose, said the coyote. So the gingerbread cowboy jumped onto the coyote's nose. Ha ha ha, shouted the gingerbread cowboy as the lasso fell short. They missed. But I won't, said the coyote. He tossed the gingerbread cowboy into the air like a flapjack on a griddle and swallowed him in one gulp. Just in case you were wondering, a flapjack is a pancake. And that was the end of the gingerbread cowboy. So when I see you at group today, we are going to talk about what characters were different, what characters were kind of the same, what things were similar, what things were different. And we'll talk about the setting and how the story ended. I know you have some great ideas. I can hear some of you already shouting them to you. I know you get very excited when we finish our stories. So I'm excited. I hope you liked the Gingerbread Cowboy. This is one of my favorites. But I still have some really good ones stored up for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have some good chase stories coming your way. All right, friends, have a great day. It's great to be back. Bye.